I just wanted to take a second out of my day and say that out of the 9 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima we've had, it's been boring as freaking hell. Like, the only important things that have happened. Episode 1 with conspiracy and everyone shrinking. It wasn't really all that great because we had already experienced it with GT, so not really nostalgia, just redundancy. Ugh. Let's see, nothing happens for 3 episodes, and then Goku just beats people up at a bar, I think it was that tavern or whatever. Go a couple episodes more with nothing. Then the Gendarmerie show up, just to disappear. More boring stuff. Goku fights Glorio, which was still fucking boring. 1 episode more passes, and then we get the fight with the Tamagami, which was a fun fight, but I'm gonna point out that Super Saiyan Mini Goku is not up to par when it comes to Dragon Ball animation. Like, it's smooth, it's clear, and all that jazz. I'm not saying it's like Dragon Ball Super animation. I'm saying for something that's supposed to represent the art style of the original Dragon Ball, it's failing. I'm sorry, in my opinion. I mean, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z and I've been watching Dragon Ball since 1999, and I've never been bored. I mean, even in GT, the first episodes before we get to Baby are pretty boring. Ow, too, but it still had stuff in it. But so far, the most stuff we've done is walk/fly through the 3rd demon realm. And in a season that's only 12 episodes long, we're on episode 9 in English, and we've got 3 episodes to go before it ends. And we still have 2 Dragon Balls to get. Vegeta's going to get his ass kicked in the next episode. And let's face it, none of you are going to agree. Well, few of you might agree with me, but the diehard fanboyos and fan base are going to be like, yeah, with this next opinion. Majin Ku is lazy garbage. Because, don't get me wrong, as someone who was inspired by Dragon Ball so much that my entire art style is accused of copying it, it's like, it looks like they took a Cyberman and just stuck him in Majin Buu's pants. And yes, I know that what's his face used the Cyberman seed, so that's why it looks like a Cyberman. Problem being is that you could have gone any other route and made him look better. Even if he's going to be one of those Majins that's going to transform into something bigger, it's still likely going to be lazy garbage. Like, hell, the character styles for this show are also lazy garbage. Like, they say that it's supposed to represent OG Dragon Ball, but OG Dragon Ball didn't have stick figure characters. They all had definition to their bodies somewhat. Even Kid Goku, when he had the chubby arms, he still had the indents to show where his arm parts were separate and shit like that. When it comes to this animation, I'm pointing out Glorio specifically here. It's just, it's 2 rectangles for an arm. And his hair. His hair is nothing more than Gohan's hair in Dragon Ball Super Hero. Come on, it didn't work for Gohan then. It's not working for Glorio now. He just looks like... It just looks lazy in comparison to all of the stuff that we've had Dragon Ball-wise art styles. I mean, we've had some pretty bad animation. This isn't bad animation by any sorts of the imagination. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that the designs for the characters are not as up to par as what Toriyama had given us in the past. I think the best looking characters in the entire series so far have been Arinsu and Degasu, my bad. You know, Shin's brother and sister. Because it looks like effort was put into them. Hell, it doesn't even look like Super Saiyan Goku had much effort put into him. It's just... Maybe it's just... Again, virtually no one's going to agree with me on this one. But it's just... I don't know. I'm not... The only thing I'm really... Nope, I'm complaining about everything. I might just be nostalgic for Dragon Ball Z's fantastic animation from both the Cell games and the Majin Buu saga. But even still, that style still bled over into GT. And for the most part, it bled over to Super. But Super started the lanky-ass, not so bulgy... I don't want to say bulgy. Not as defined or rounded character designs. Like the muscle, like it kind of like it started with the Dragon Ball or with the Super Saiyan God transformation when Goku lost all of his muscle mass. Except now it looks like even then when it looked like two rectangles, there was an indentation in the middle to differentiate the parts of his arms. Now there still just isn't that right now. And I'm just complaining as a fan of Dragon Ball and as an artist who is a big fan of the animation / art style itself. And I feel like everyone is hyped about it because, yes, it's Dragon Ball and it's the last thing that Toriyama gave us before he passed away. But that should not be the only reason people are enjoying... Well, that's not the only reason people are enjoying it. They're saying the animation's fantastic. It's smooth and clear, but the only times we've had fantastic animation... Like, fan-freaking-tastic animation was Goku's fight with the Tamagami. And not his entire fight with Glorio, but when Glorio started using his magic. That was it. Otherwise, it's just really good choreography that's animated. And, again, I'm not bashing the animation itself. I mean, they are doing fantastic with the job. It's the character designs that I do not like. But again, that's just my opinion. Likely the only person to have it, but it's mine to make. DBZA 17. Anyway. This doesn't mean I'm back. I just needed to vent. I've been feeling pretty damn bad today, both physically and emotionally, and I needed to vent. I've been venting a lot today. But I'm currently at home alone and I don't have anyone to talk to, so I needed to do something. Otherwise, the voices in my head drive me nuts. That's not even a hyperbole either. I mean, I always hear things. It's mostly screams, but we're not going to get into that right now. Anyway, thanks for watching.